I can't think. What am I supposed to do?
Welcome to Strength for Today's Man. This is volume 10. Let's go straight to it. John 17:21 says that all of them may be one, Father, just as you are in me and I am in you. Before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Those of you that are watching the video and those that are listening to audio, thank you for sharing the audio with your friends and families. Listen, I want to talk about two little words. Be one. That's it. Be one. People might ask, be one what? Well, I'm not referencing for you to be something, but I am referencing you to be one as in unity, working together, striving together, doing it as a team. It says a team will rise and fall based on how unified it is. If your team is not unified, you better believe you're not going to rise too far. It doesn't matter if it's a company, a platoon, a soccer player, or a family. Relational fracture, relational downfalls in a team environment leads to failure. That is so key. Remember in 2004, when the United States went to the Olympics, the basketball team, the dream team. Well, this is a perfect example of when people are not playing as team players and they're playing individually. They're as personal stars because they were big stars. They were all big names, big time players. Although they were the best players in the world, talented, school you on 101. It's just bad, okay? They fell short of the goal. Why did they fall short of the goal? Because each of them wanted to be the star. Nobody thought about the team. They learned a valuable lesson in not bringing home the gold because they failed to play as one. A team's fracture leads to a team failure. And there were all types of fractures on that team. It's that simple. Simple, sure, but it's hard to put into practice because once you have a mindset of me, myself, and I, it's almost hard to reframe that person's mindset to work as a team because they're so used to wanting to do it by themselves for themselves. And you have to go in as a leader, as a man, as a father, as a husband, and teach them, show them how to be a team player. We're in this together, family. It's not my family. It's not your family. This is our family. It's not your team. It's not my team. It's our team. The second you have any type of team, you have a broken, rebellious human beings in the same environment. How many know that when you're on a team, there are so many different attitudes, there are so many different characteristics, there are so many egos that you have to deal with, especially in the professional world. In an office setting, there are so many attitudes you have to deal with. Doesn't matter, it could be a choir. There's a lot of attitudes you got to deal with, a lot of egos. On the deacon board, the pastor's board, the mother's board, women's board, the youth department, doesn't matter. Outside the church, it could be the basketball team, the hockey team. There are a lot of egos because nobody wants to work together, seems like. Everybody wants to do their own thing, and you can't do your own thing. You got to work together. It's like porcupines cuddling in the cold. We often hurt each other as we seek connection. We're trying to connect, but we're poking each other. We're trying to connect, but we're hurting each other's feelings. We're trying to connect, but we're running over somebody else's ego. But just as often as there is fracture, there is also the opposite. There's harmony. When two voices harmonize, if there's two people that are singing, if they harmonize, it's a beautiful result because it's smooth. They work together. They're in their lane. One alto, one tenor, one alto, one soprano, one tenor, one baritone. If they're working together, it's so harmonized. It works beautifully, and it's a beautiful sound. The same is true when lives merge in a team environment. This is why Jesus prays that his disciples throughout all the ages of the church might be one. Jesus wants harmony in the church. He wants happiness in the church. He wants oneness in the church, not fracture, not broken, not beat up and beat out and beat over. He wants everybody to work together. Now, you might come beat up, you might come broken, but as you work together, you start mending, you start healing, you start working together. Listen, let me close with this. God, today I pray for all relationships in my life. I pray that I would be, through your work, a harmonizing voice, a team player, and a loving friend. Help me with this, because by myself, I slip up and make it about me. Don't make it about you guys. Make it about others. It's not always about me, myself, and I. It's how you can help someone else. There's so many people that are in a dictator mind. They want people to do for them. They want people to serve them. They want people to wait on them hand and foot because they consider themselves the leader, quote unquote. Well, if you're a leader, then you ought to show by example how people ought to follow. My dad used to tell me, in order to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. Not everybody is cut out to be a leader, but they're in leadership position. And you can see by how they lead others that there are fractures within the team. Be one, so you can be the one for Christ. This is Strength for Today's Man, Volume 10. I'm Malachi Mitchell. Remember, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks very much. Be blessed.